100-mile-an-hour, quarter mile. This thing. You guys want a commitment? You got it.
You really think this thing's gonna do 100 and a quarter?
Focus on this camper has just changed. We're gonna get this thing down to the drag strip before they close for the season, and hopefully much sooner than that. We're gonna set down a baseline, see how close we are to the 100. We're gonna work fast, long, hard, and maintain that level of quality that I insist upon. And we're not going in there half-cocked either. I don't think these dualies are really good for hooking up and launching, but I know that open rear end isn't. So we're gonna need a posi. We're gonna get this thing on the road so we can start working the bugs out of it. We've got to get this thing driving, start tightening things up, and keep increasing its performance along the way. This baby, we've got some tricks planned for that. If you didn't see my engine build video, go check that out. This is a brand new 454. It would be considered low compression with flat top pistons in it. It's gonna be a good base. We're gonna do some tricks up here. Stick around and see what that's all about. You guys remember the Street Outlaws from the Discovery Channel? Of course you do. Farm truck and Asian. They put together this 1940s camper, looked kind of like a canned ham. And they put that on top of a Chevy van, a shorty Chevy van. You may already be familiar with it. That thing's rocking a 400 small block Chevy, blueprint crate motor. They're claiming 400 horse with 100 horsepower nitrous shot on top of that, so 500 horsepower. That thing rips down the quarter mile, breaks the 12-second mark at 98.7 miles an hour or something like that. They are that close to the 100. And those guys have a budget. So I need you guys to help out. Hold up your end and subscribe. I got my work cut out for me. I had originally planned for today's video to be a shop tour video. And I already did collect and edit some footage for that very thing. With the changing weather, winter finally marching on out of here. Look at all this beautiful spring action going on. I went ahead and cleaned up the backyard, my little fenced in area, where we're gonna have cookouts, burgers and dogs for lunch all summer long. And you know I'm a charcoal man. So let's take a look behind this gate, see this mess, and clean it up. I first got introduced to the idea of 100 miles an hour in the quarter mile like 30 years ago. I bought this old Chevy Monza off my buddy Jack. This thing had a 350, 4-speed, smoke clutch, and an open differential. I took that to the drag strip, and I could not lay down a time worth of crap. That one wheel peel, you launch that thing, you're smoldering. First gear, second gear, that tire is just boiling off there. I even tried launching in second gear. Same thing. Melted the tire. I was only reeling in time slips like 18, 19 seconds, just barely breaking 70 miles an hour. It was during the course of that evening, the guy in the loudspeaker starts talking about the 100-mile-an-hour club. He said, if you break the 100-mile-an-hour mark, take your time slip over to the gift booth and get your 100-mile-an-hour decal. Man, I wanted that sticker. So I went over to the local tire shop, got the biggest, fattest tire I could get for that tiny-ass 13-inch wheel. I gutted the interior of the car looking for some weight savings, moved the battery to the trunk, made my way back up to the track for nothing. I didn't gain a damn thing. Shortly after that, I enlisted in the United States Navy. I sold the car before I went off to boot camp. That was the end of my 100-mile-an-hour pursuit for decades. All right. Well, that's all right. Fast forward 12, 15 years, I buy a CJ7 off a co-worker. I end up destroying the transmission because I didn't keep an eye on the gear oil, and I said, heck with it, I'm gonna put a 350 in it. So I did that with a turbo 350 transmission and an NP205 transfer case. The desire for the 100-mile-an-hour quarter was once again alive. I started taking some heat from my friends. Why don't you just buy a Chevelle? There's your 100 right there. What the heck you trying to go 100 in a Jeep for? You need to put a 6-inch lift on that thing and some 40-inch super swampers. I don't know why. I just thought it would be cool to do the 100 and something strange, something different. Anybody can just go to a dealership, sign a piece of paper, and drive off the lot with a brand new Mustang or a brand new Challenger, and there's your 100. Where's the fun in that? Where's the sense of pride? So I gave it a go. My best time in that Jeep was 17.5 at 78 miles an hour. Well, what else have we got? Take a look at this. I bought this 1969 Buick GS 350. That was a 4-speed, posi, great car. I don't know what was going on at that time. My kids were young, I guess, and I never brought that thing up to the drag strip, ever. Eventually, I sold it. I regret that to this day. That's the one that got away. Then along comes this sweet 67 Supersport Nova. This thing, there's my 100 mile an hour. Finally, after all this time, right? Nope. She had already gone 125 with the previous owner. Greg, who was a year ahead of me in high school, and the owner of Poor Boy Trucking. Rest in peace, Greg. And you guys know how it is. Life gets busy. This thing's sitting out behind his shop, and a tree falls on it. Well, he's discouraged as hell. He did manage to collect a bunch of nice parts and pieces because he always planned on putting it back on the road. And at some point, he just decided to sell it. And I was the lucky guy. I wasn't able to hang on to that one either. I ended up selling it before it was finished to help launch this shop, the Pleasant Street Garage. And another one gets away. I've got one more story here for you before we get back onto the Hot Rod RV. You all should be familiar with this one if you've been watching my videos. It's my truck. You can check it out in my Hot Rod Credentials video if you haven't seen it. I had this 15-year-old kid working with me. He didn't even have a license yet, but he starts building a 2011 Chevy half-ton 4x, and he thinks he's gonna own the streets in this thing. He's pouring in all kinds of time and money, hunts down a 6.2 LS, completely disassembles the motor, and starts collecting parts from Texas Speed and all over the map. He's not holding anything back. He's doing body work, paint, lift kit, wheels, tires, gets his grandfather involved. I'm watching all this happen. I'm thinking, you know, I'm rolling around in this flat black pickup truck with a tired old 350. I can't have the kid working for me, have a nicer truck than me. So that's it. I start getting on my square body. So now here we are at the shop, side by side, building our own personal trucks. And somebody somewhere somehow comes up with the idea, what are you guys gonna go race these things when they're done? And then it was on. Here's a Facebook post I made to spam out to everybody announcing the big event. If you watched my drag race video, you know it didn't end well for Andrew. Later we tried to set up a rematch and I made this cool little video. Conveniently, his transmission was acting up on race day and he had to cancel. This is the closest I've ever come to the 100-mile-an-hour quarter. She ran 14.1 at 95 miles an hour. Keep in mind, this is a 3/4 ton plow truck. I built a 489 stroker for it, and I didn't hold anything back. I was going for the 100. The same people start chiming in. What the heck are you doing chasing down a 100-mile-an-hour quarter with a plow truck? Up until a couple of days ago, I thought I was going to get the transmission back in that truck, squeeze out another 30 or 40 horsepower somewhere, go back up to the strip and get that 100 this year. I thought that was going to be the video. Then I realized I've got the Hot Rod RV. And if I'm going to claim to have hot rod status, I better have a hot rod. Well, here you go, guys. Let's hear what you have to say about this one. Vintage 1969 Dodge Travco motorhome. Coming for you. The rest is history. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Check this out. Look at that, huh? We're gonna have an omelet for breakfast. No, I'm gonna go to work and cover that back up for them Tweety birds. So let me finish tearing down this lattice. And I'll hide them suckers again. That mama bird probably ain't too far away right now. And probably ain't too happy either. Oh, come on. All right, that looks nice. Let me fix up that bird nest. We build a friggin' bird hotel here. So give them a nice path here. They'll figure it out. I'll be watching for those little fledglings coming out of there. You know, they liked it the way it was, but I don't know the way it was. I wasn't paying enough attention, so they're getting it the way it is. My brother would have eaten them eggs by now. There you go. There you go. That's all you get. Looks mint. I usually take things like these trash cans and them square totes that everybody likes to pack all kinds of crap in, fill their garage with so they can't get a car in there. I saws all that shit up and dumpster it. They got rollerblades they bought when they were 20 years old because they think they're gonna go rollerblading someday. You're not. Throw it out. Let's see if that mama bird found her way back yet. No. Empty nest. Just had a nice visit from this cool cat. Check out that ride. Well, all right. Looking good. Ready for a barbecue. We're gonna get some burgers. We're gonna be cooking out here all summer long. We're gonna be jamming on the Hot Rod RV. Yeah. Things are good. Looks good back here. We're gonna go see if our mama bird found her way back home. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a robin. That's a robin. She's on alert. She's on alert. Oh, she's gone. God love you, baby. I can't thank you guys enough for coming by and spending some time with me in my old camper. If you've been watching some of my earlier videos, you've heard me talk about a 489 stroker, not just the one in my truck, but the one I got locked and loaded, ready to pull into action if we need to. We're gonna check this out, see how the Hot Rod RV performs in its current configuration. And if we're too far away from that 100, we got the stuff to get it done. My man Andrew upgraded his truck. He got a 2020 something or other, put a Pro Charger on the front of it. I was gonna take this opportunity to call him out, see if he wanted to line up next to the Hot Rod RV. Maybe redeem a little status for him. But word on the street is he got rid of that truck too, and now he's rocking a Duramax or something. I can't imagine that thing's gonna do anything impressive in the quarter mile. What do you think, Andrew? Want to prove me wrong? In case you're wondering, a video like this takes about 20 hours of editing. Make sure to keep coming back, guys. I love you all. We've got a lot of work to do. This side has to get prettied up. We're heading to New England Dragway as soon as possible. I'm sure I'll be lining up next to my boy, Zach. It's gonna be a party when we go up there. It's gonna be a great time. Keep your eyes peeled for that video, and let's get this thing built. Make sure you guys do the whole like, subscribe, comment thing. The reason people always say that is those 3 metrics are what help these content creators' channels grow. YouTube sees that as a good sign, and they show your videos to more potential fans of the channel. Thanks again.